right, so the first part, we're reviewing about the length of the segments, or the tangent segments. And we came and we mentioned when we covered this, that when the two tangent segments meet outside of the circle, they're equal to each other. So in this case, I'm going to say that x minus 8 is equal to 2x minus 18. Right, they're equal to each other. And then we know how to solve for x. Separate the sides with the equal sign. My 2x, I'm going to bring it to the left side. That's a negative 2x. My negative 8, I'm going to bring it to the right as a positive 8. So I have that negative x is equal to negative 10. So what's x? X equals 7. In some of your questions, I might give you the information for the radius. As an example, let's say here for number 1, let's say the radius, I was to tell you guys the radius is 5. Like, I can't give you the information for the radius, but it does nothing. Like, just ignore it. Like, so if I give you a number for the radius, like I said, it does nothing. Just ignore it. So, any questions for the first 6? No? Alright, so let's take a look at number 7. For number 7, we followed the same idea that two tangents that meet outside of the circle have the same length. So looking at this one's 11. I'm going to say this other side right here should also be 11. If I look at the bottom, this is 9.6. So I'm going to say the other part should also be 9.6. And then I look at the 4.2. This side right here is 4.2. So this little part right here should also be 4.2. Then I look at the entire side is 13.6. Part of it is 4.2. Let me subtract them. I'm going to say this side is 9.4. So this other side right here is 9.4. Right, do you all see where I got my numbers from? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so then for the perimeter, I know this whole side here it is 13.6. Right, it was there to begin with. I know this bottom side right here it is 13.8. I just added my two numbers. On this side over here, I know it's 20.6. And then on the top part is 20.4. Right, I just added my two numbers. Then add everything, and you should get 68.4. The 20.4 on the top, I added those two numbers, 11 plus 9.4. That's how I got the 20.4. If you look at the bottom, the 13.8, because I added 9.6 plus 4.2. So that's, and obviously the other side as well. Right, so any questions from 7 to 12? Yes. Another one? Sure. Take a look at number 8. Looking at this little part is 4.8. I'm going to say this other side right here is 4.8. Then I'm going to say this part right here is 8.5. So see those two tangent segments are 8.5 each. And then this little part right here is 9. Because those two are equal to each other. So when I look at the entire side, this side right here should be 17.5. I just added those two numbers. Looking up here, add the two numbers and you should get 13.3. And then over here, you should get 13.8. Now add the three sides and you should have 44.6. Alright. Alright, looking at 12, I want to look at this side right here, and I know this is 11.5. Then, at the bottom, I know this other side should be 14, right here. I know that's 14. And if I continue around, I don't know this corner's here, so let me come up here. I'm going to say this side right here is 12. This side right here is 12. So the other 12. So this part right here should be 5.2 and 5.2. So now for my perimeter, one side is 17.2, which was there to begin with. On this other side should be 23.5. This side should be 25.5. And here it is 19.2. 5.2? Okay, we know this part, little part right here is 12, right? I know the whole side is 17.2. So subtract them. 17.2 minus 12, and that's how I got the 5.2. Yeah? Now when you add everything, you should get 85.4. Yeah, we're good. Any questions up until 12? Right, now for number 13, I know the radius and the tangent, they cross the 90 degrees, the two radii and the two tangent, they make a kite. So just as a reminder how the kites look like, if I do send out my kite, I know my sides, the one made by the radius and the tangent, it's 90 degrees. I know the whole tangent is 360. So from 360, if I take away 90, and then take away another 90, I have 180 left. Right? 360 minus 90 minus 90, it's 180. So what I'm saying with that is that the top angle and the bottom angle, these two angles will add up to 180. So looking at question number 13, I noticed that the bottom angle is 68. So I'm going to say this angle right here should be 112. And the way I came out with it, because I went 180 minus 68. So that's how I came out that this was 112. Then looking at my triangle, this side is x, this angle is x, and I'm going to call this other angle x. Because it is an isosceles triangle. Right? Because this radius is the same length as this radius. So I know I have an isosceles triangle, so these two angles are the same. So add everything, 2x plus 112, and I have the 2x because I have x plus x. So add everything, and it should be 180. So let me subtract 112. 2x equals 68. So x must be 34. Just as a reminder, if you look at my kite at the side, I know the two sides are 90 and 90. So from 360, I took away 90, I took away another 90. The top angle and the bottom angle, they both add up to 180. That's how I came out with the 112. 68 and 112 add up to 180. Any questions? Let me see. Number 15. One thing that I would do, looking at if you were to send up the kite, this is the top angle, and 65 is the bottom angle, right? If you do send it up, I know the top angle and the bottom angle add up to 180. So for me to find out how big is the question mark, let me go 180 minus 65. So I'm going to call this 115. And I know the top and bottom angle in this case add up to 180. So just 115. That's it, yeah. Remember, when I came in and said that, imagine I have a kite, let me stand up my kite. I know the whole thing, like the four angles is 360. But if you take away 90 and you take away another 90, you have 180. So the top angle for right now is X, the bottom angle is 65. I know that X plus 65 is equal to 180. Like I said, the top and bottom angle add up to 180. Subtract 65, and you're going to get that X is equal to 115. So as a reminder, on this kite, top angle and bottom angle add up to 180. Right. Any other questions? 13? Or 18? 14? Okay, let me do 18 and then I'll come back to 14. So looking at 18, let me look at the triangle first. This corner right here is 21. I'm going to say this corner right here should also be 21. Because we have an isosceles triangle. I know 21 and 21 is 42. Let me subtract that from 180. 180 minus 42 gives me 138. So this angle is 138. Now, looking at the kite, I know the top angle and the bottom angle add up to 180. So like x plus 138 is equal to 180. X is equal to 42. If you're seeing, there's a relationship to it. If you can see it that way, yes. Yes. All right, now you said 14, right? Looking at 14, I'm asked for the bottom angle. Let me call it x. And I know the top angle and the bottom angle add up to 180. So I have that x plus 130 equals to 180. I'm going to say x must be 50. AC, I think what you're looking at is, if you look at this kite, what you're looking at is x plus 130 plus 90 plus 90, and I'm adding the four angles, and it is equal to 360, right? The four angles. 90 and 90 is 180, right? So let me take that away. Let me subtract 180 from each side. Okay. So I have that x plus 130 is equal to 180. Yes. If you look at the four angles add up to 360, you can do it that way. But since you know that the side angles already is 180, the rest, top and bottom, is 180. So then x plus 130 equals 180, you get the same thing. But then do it however you feel comfortable. Okay. Bless. All right. Any other questions? 11. 11? All right. Looking at number 11. And yeah, please do ask a lot of questions if you guys do need help. Looking at number 11, I'm going to say this side is 8.2, so this other side right here it is 8.2. Looking at the whole thing is 19.2. Part of it is 8.2, I'm going to say the remaining is 11. Right, I subtracted those. If this is 11, this side right here is 11. The whole thing is 17.9. Part of it is 11. I'm going to say the remaining is 6.9. So this other side, this is 6.9. For my perimeter, this whole side is 17.9. This other side is 15.1. I just added those two numbers. And then this side is 19.2. Add those three sides, and you should get 52.2. Make sense? All right. Any other questions?